Peace and blessings, family. This is your brother Asarimhotep with the Martin Delaney Center for Egyptology. Excuse the noise in the background. I'm sitting here at a cafe and I'm sitting here kind of editing some more video clips to have the discussion on and have some commentary regarding the moment hip hop culture changed from its more positive aspects and party and more conscious focused music to the detriment music that we are even witnessing today. And so I argue that much of what we're calling hip hop is not hip hop at all. And even if it's from some of our most favorite artists, but we need to more finely mark the demarcation line between hip hop and rap. And so, these short video clips kind of put into motion and set that conversation in the right direction. So sit back and enjoy yourself and leave a comment at the bottom of the video. Oh, and there's some strong language, so parental advisory, whatever that thing is. Parental discretion is advised. That's what it was saying. All right, peace.
Homie said, shine your light on the world. Shine your light for the world to see. My hobby said, shine your light on the world. Shine your light for the world to see. My hobby said, shine your light on the world. Shine your light for the world to see.
You think about a rapper pre-1992, most rappers didn't even curse on records because it just was not called for. And rappers spent more time trying to show the world that we are not drug dealers, we're not killers, we're not thieves, we're intelligent black people, and we have a voice. That's what rap was about. You tell me if rap is about that now. All I know is most rappers want to tell me that they are a killer, they sold this amount of weight.
But Black Dynamite, I sell drugs to the community.
They will rob you, even though they got $400 million in the bank, they will stick you up. And they don't care what anybody thinks about them. Because we got this paper and we about to get this money. We about that green, yo. I can't make this up. Rap, black music has become the parody of black music. What people used to joke about black music has become that.
N.W.A. came. See, I grew up in Chicago, so N.W.A. came, and I remember on the East Coast, we listened to all this conscious hip hop, right? I mean, they literally would play Malcolm X speeches on their tracks. Farrakhan, remember they used to do that shit. They would play all that shit. And then N.W.A. comes. Remember, we're on the East Coast. We're like, what is this? I mean, there was King T before N.W.A. There was King T, and his whole crew, but then N.W.A. They didn't even try to mix up words. Niggas with attitudes. Not Negroes, not niggas. It was A-Z, not E-R-S. It was niggas with attitudes. And we were looking, and even us, we were like, oh my God. This is a very aggressive name. Because we had De La Soul, leaders of the new school, X-Clad. Nigga. With attitudes. Fuck.
N.W.A. or Wu-Tang Clan?
Wu-Tang.
Okay.
Wu-Tang is for the kids.
Wu-Tang
now,
for the
you know what?
children.
Besides that, man, Wu-Tang was dropping knowledge and positivity.
Right.
You know, N.W.A. brought the age of destruction.
Damn. Jesus Christ.
N.W.A. brought the age of destruction to our children and our culture.
Wow.
Period. Hey, I respect all of them as men,
Right.
but as the art form, and you want me to speak on the art form, I'm going to tell you what it is. That's where it started.
Wow.
That's where the agenda started, and that's where the destruction began.
Of gangster rap, you would give that to them, or was it Ice-T?
Well, Ice-T, yeah, Ice-T did that. I ain't say they started gangster rap, but what happened was when the president sent them that letter, they went ham with that shit.
Right.
Like, you know, and they had more of a presence. You know, Ice-T did his numbers back, you know, he did his thing. That's my OG too, Ice-T, but N.W.A. ran away with it in such a way where it was like, for real?
Word.
That's all we gonna do?
Yeah.
About popping Glocks, serving rocks and hitting switches. Now she's a gangster rolling with gangster.
Yeah.
You know, it was genius for them, and they made millions of dollars off of it, but look at what it caused. You
They
feel
said
me?
fuck the police early.
Yeah. We always saying fuck the police, but they said it on record.
On record.
Absolutely. For the record. And I respect them for that too.
Right.
I remember we were on tour and I got on the bus and someone had music playing and it was something bitch, the bop bop the D bitch, but the bop bop the B bitch. And I was like, what is this? I said, you gotta turn this off. I was at a club in Los Angeles and I heard the guy say something bitch. I went over to the DJ and I said, can you turn this song? And he said, okay. How different of a world that I would even ask a DJ to turn that and he would turn it off. Now that would never happen. I'm from the East Side going anywhere. None of the male rappers called women bitches. None of them, not KRS-One, not Will, not LL, not anyone that I had ever heard on the East Coast refer to a woman as that. So it was completely out of the stratosphere for me. Even seeing Biggie and Puffy in a jacuzzi with women, I was like, oh my goodness, what's happening here? So things were changing very quickly. I didn't really know how to feel about it, except this is crazy. What do we do now?
Do you feel like it was systemically done? Because I asked that about rap and television because, as you said, the rappers weren't talking like that. And then all of a sudden, it was just an abrupt change, right? Same thing with TV. We had all of these positive images of black people, and then it was just an abrupt change, reality TV. Do you think that it was systemically done?
Just now, when you said that, I thought of it really starting on the West Coast. I think it was maybe N.W.A. I would really like to note who used it first in a record. I think it was different culturally. And what was happening in New York wasn't necessarily happening in the South and wasn't happening on the West Coast. And I think once we begin to merge all of these cultures together is when it became okay to call someone a dog.
What happened to hip hop where nobody gave a fuck about teaching, learning, and that shit was whack to be preachy in hip hop?
I think it was this. I think that hip hop, if you want to call it preachy, the consciousness in hip hop is a New York consciousness.
Okay.
No disrespect, you might have had flurries of it coming from Philly, Jersey, Chicago, maybe. But it's a New York consciousness. It's guys that grew up on Clarence 13X Smith and Malcolm, and we, you know, a certain
Harlem. It's really Harlem.
Yeah, it's really
Harlem.
it's almost a Harlem consciousness, right? So when the music began to expand to other territories, you wasn't gonna have that. You're gonna have somebody rapping that eat hog maws maybe every week. You understand what I'm trying to say? Like, it's different now because it's their expression. So, you know, when you think about East Oakland, when you think about Houston, when you think about Miami, they was going to have their expression, same art form, rapping, but their expression of what was going to happen. And what ended up happening was when they began to express their views was different than our views. We started off as a group of MCs and DJs and all of us that we started off as a group of MCs and DJs that we had the idea that we wanted to tell, you know, all the truth that was going on and those influence that we might have had, whether it was 5% Muslim, Metu Neta, whatever. We wanted to try to express those things. Those in those other territories, those things barely existed. So now you got these guys just talking about what it's like to live in Houston or what it's like to live in LA with gangs. And so they called it, if you remember, they tried to call it reality rap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we later on it got coined as gangster rap, but they tried to call it reality rap. That's what ended up happening, is that once they began to express themselves, like me and D used to always say, most of the country is country. Me and Delight used to say that all the time. We say, yeah, you got a few sophisticated cities like New York, maybe Chicago, but most of them, LA country.
Yeah,
LA is all Alabama and Mississippi. So LA real country. You know what I'm saying? So once that, it's more them than it is of us. It's more of those fans, even though New York is a very populated place, it's more of those fans than it is of our fans. So once those guys started getting fans, it's turned into something totally different because now it got into the black colleges. We don't have a bunch of that going on up north.
I actually brought to the West Coast, and that was cool. Around the same time I went away to school. I'm a man that was expanding. Who am I to stand in her way? She probably get her money in L.A. And she did stuff. She got big problems.
Oh, it didn't sound bad now.
She said that the pro-black was going out of style. So I was just talking about how we was losing the pro-blackness, and it wasn't all because of the West Coast.
Right.
I was just talking about, if you really want to know one of the things that really made me write I Used to Love Her, I honestly was watching some East Coast artists imitating the West Coast. And it made me be like, nah, this shit ain't right. We the tribes. I know what New York is like because New York is representing that tribe. Yes. We know what the West Coast is like.
And now it's worse than ever.
So,
when we were coming up, when I was a child in the 90s, all the main hip hop stars were rapping conscious. So there was the Brand Nubians, it was the Poor Righteous Teachers, it was Ice Cube, it was Arrested Development, it was X-Clan. It was Queen Latifah. Black was in.
Black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. I'm blickety black, blacker than black, I'm blacker than black, yo, because I'm black and I'm black. Yo, I'm black and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blickety black,